Hey everybody, it's Amy. I wanted to try to do a really quick intro about the video you're about to watch. So my camper is in storage and I wanted to hook up a Trickle charger, and so I got a little 20-watt charger that has a controller with it and hooked it up. My son and I went out and did it. It's just now got done filming it, and so I'm a mess because of the wind and everything, but whatever. So just know this is not a how-to video. I watched YouTube videos that are how-to videos on how to do this, and so yeah, you're just gonna kind of see the mess that we did. And basically the Trickle charger that I put on it is a plug and go, but I have to check the polarity because I didn't know of my Go Power pre-wire. I didn't know which was positive, which was negative, and so I had to check that. So you're gonna see us fumble through, not because I didn't know what I was doing necessarily, but because in the position that it's in, it was not the easiest to get to. But now I know which one is positive. I have this for a record to know which one's positive, and so now when I want to plug in my Renogy 200-watt portable, it'll be real easy. Okay, stay tuned. Alright, so I am testing polarity solar under here. So basically what I need to do is put one in. This could be a lot easier and a lot easier place. I can't touch the two together. All right, so that's negative. You can see that right there. There. And positive up there. All right, this is how it goes. All right, so this right here goes to the input. This is the solar panel. It is inside of there. The positive, we know this came with it. We know this is right. Alright, so this here, it says output positive is this one. But to go in there, I need it to be, so if I do it this way, it's going to be backwards. So I want it to stick with red to be positive, so that when I get to that other end, I know, yeah, the other end, I know which one's positive, the red. So in order for this to be positive, this red to stay positive, when, I don't know if you can see that, but the male end here is positive, which would be this one here is positive. I don't want that to be the case because these won't go together like that. So I have an adapter. Means I can get it all the way together here. Okay, so this end was positive here, and now it continues to go to the red, which is positive, because on this end here, on the camper, this is positive, and this is the negative on the camper as it's sticking out. The male end is positive. So I need for my female end to be positive on this side. Here. Alright, so he's got that plugged in. You've got this end here. Alright. So input is going to go here. We've got this all connected, and we're going to take this out, and we're finally going to get some sun. Alright, we got some sun. It is on 12 volt wet. It's 1.3 amps pulling in 11.8 volts. So yeah, we have our little trickle charger, the 20 watts. And we're pulling in 1.0 amps, 11.9 volts. As you can see, the batteries were really drained. I want to put this up on my roof. The problem is, so let me show you up on the roof. So I have a place to put real panels that stay, which I'm gonna do. I've already bought the charge controller for the inside, but I need to fasten this up here somehow that it will stay up here and not get stolen. I mean, we're in a storage unit. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to see if my son can reach, and I want to put, well, that's not gonna work. It's not big enough. So I don't know if this is going to fit. Let's see, it'll fit through here. I know this is kind of rigging stuff up, but you know, you do what you gotta do when you don't have everything you need. Let's see if I can get this through here. There we go. It is locked up there, and it's not just to keep it from getting stolen, but it's also to keep it from falling off. There we go. That's how I've rigged it up. None of the numbers are correct, so nobody will know what the combination is because none of them are right. And I may need my little stand to get up there and undo it later, but so let's check and see what we've got coming in. We have 1.2 amps. It is up to 12 volts. It is 50% charged, flashing 75%. So we have our little trickle charger hooked up, ready to go, and there we go. Great, so we found the other pieces. There's that little cord there that goes around, and then the lock. You don't have to put it to any number, just turn it. It doesn't matter what number it is. There we go. Now it won't fly off of there and come through the side or anything. So there we go. We got our little panel up. It's good enough for now. It'll work. This is what the system that I got looks like. This part to go around, and then this to lock it. And so there it is. That's what it looks like. And that'll protect it from falling off, blowing off. And we'll get some trickle charge. All right, let's see. So you just watched us fumble through installing a trickle charger onto my camper, and it's a 20 watt panel. I'll link it below. I know a lot of people are going to want to know what we're doing. So basically, my son has a vent and we want to do some boondocking, and at least probably a week. So I need power, not shore power and not generator power, because they may or may not allow generators in some of the places we go. So what I want to do is I've already talked to the place locally that does camper repairs and things. And so they will put in 3 12-volt plugs. They will put in my charge controller that I've ordered for my panels on top of the roof. I'm going to order 2 of the 190 panels. May or may not be right away. It may only be 1 to start with. I do have a Renogy 200-watt portable, and I have 2 100-watt panels that go with my Jackery systems. I have a Jackery 1000, a Jackery 240, but I do have a little refrigerator that's like a freezer that I like to use as well, and so that we have the refrigerator in the camper and this refrigerator as well, that we use for tailgating, but I'd like to use it in the camper too. So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna do some summer camping this year and try things out and see what works. But if my son's ventilator does work on 12 volt and it works, it uses less energy on the 12 volt than it does if it's plugged into AC power. So yeah. But they said yes, they would absolutely put those in. They'll put the charge controller in, and I'd like to get 1 panel for up top to start out with. My system will hold up to 600 watts, and I have a 200 Renogy portable suitcase panel, and so that will be great to hook up to now that I know what my polarity is of my Go Power plug, because it's already pre-wired. It's already pre-wired for the ones, the MPT4 or something like that. It's already wired for that up top, and it's pre-wired for the actual controller. I've ordered the control way, and I've ordered the 3 12-volt plugs, and yeah. So that way we'll have a little space for our TV, a little place to plug in our, the booster for the antenna needs 12 volt or AC power, and so I'll have a place to plug that in. I'll have a place to plug our TV in, and that way we can use all of it off the battery. And then Jamie's ventilator, I have a place to plug that in, and all of it will be off of our batteries. I did order 2 new batteries. I ordered 2 6-volt AGM VMAX batteries to wire in series. They're 235 amp hours each, which, if you know, I mean, I'm not a professional. Do not take my advice on this. Do not do what I do. Do not do what I say, because I am not a professional. But I do know that when you do 2 6-volts in series, it's basically making 2 6-volts into 12 volts, and the 235 amp hours, even though you have 2 batteries that each have 235 amp hours, it will only be 235 amp hour total, because you're wiring them in series. If you put them in parallel, it would be 6 volts, but capacity 235 times 2. I think it's 235. So what, 470? It'd be 470. But because I'm wiring them in series to get 12 volt, I'm making the voltage double, but not the capacity. If you know anything about wiring in series or parallel, that will make sense. If you don't, please look it up on videos, because again, I am not a professional. And all right, so I can see you guys soon. Bye.